All right, so I have this calendar. I thought we could schedule sex because that's what they're doing now. They're scheduling sex. You have any?
So I
Yeah, let
have
me
to
go. Let me go
schedule.
to 2026.
You always say I owe it to you after I have Rigby.
How about 2027?
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron,
And I'm Terry.
and we are happy to have you along with us as we journey through this podcasting adventure. How you doing, Terry?
Pretty good.
So we're going to talk about scheduling sex.
Whoopee.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because couples are actually saying that if you schedule sex, it's actually making their married life better.
I could see that because then you're not always bothering me.
Bothering you? Now I'm bothering you?
And well, and when we had kids, that would have been.
Bothering you?
But well, you wanted a lot more than I do.
Yeah, this is true.
And when we had kids, though, it was hard to just find a time. Like we needed to make an appointment with your mom to watch the kids. Just sometimes it seemed that way, didn't it?
Well, yeah, we were doing that anyway, so it didn't really matter. But okay, so let's see how this starts. So Jay and Sophia Lyons, right? They're a
Okay.
power couple from the Upper West Side. They've been married 31 years, and they swear by penciling in their passion. They schedule it, and they say it's the glue that keeps them connected, keeps them sane and very satisfied. Jay is a
Does it say
director.
how often?
Well, I hope it says, but I don't know if it does.
Okay.
She's a singer. He's a director. So I'm sure
Very busy
they're very
schedule.
yeah very busy. I'm sure it is.
Practices, shows.
Right. So anyway, now another way that they spice things up, you might want to write this down. You got a pen? No. So another way they spice it up is she uh, spices things up by with naughty post-its. Like she'll
Oh,
put
so she
little
says,
post-its and racy coupons.
so I'll see you.
So like it's not like a Hallmark.
So I'll see you at 2:00 this afternoon. And
That's your racy coupon.
well, and then I'm trying to think of something, get ready for a show.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, could even have like a ribbon of what color, negligee you're gonna wear, whatever.
I'm gonna wear?
That I'm gonna wear.
Oh, maybe have a picture of it.
Yeah.
All right, I may have to turn your mic up because
This-
you're talking.
You want to see me in this.
So anyway, that's what she does. Then, according to the Knot, they're not the only people that schedule. 14% of couples schedule their sexy time. Nick Lachey and
That's
Vanessa.
speaking.
Oh, because you are fighting
Cold.
a cold. Nick Lachey and Vanessa, they're on the Circle. They do
Yeah.
what was the other one they were just on? They were just on what was it?
I don't know.
It was a dating, right?
I don't know.
Oh, no, it was a circle, right? Because the men
The
on one side,
Circle.
yeah, and then they have the marriage.
No, that's
Oh, that's not the circle.
That's without seeing each other.
Blind.
Love is
Love is
blind.
blind. That's what it was. Sorry, Love is blind. So they do that. Well, they actually schedule time. They actually choose. We're filming this on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
which is a hump day, and this is the day they do it
They do it on
on a
Day.
hump day every Wednesday. Well, I don't know about every Wednesday, but that's when they try to schedule it. Now, you might say, those of you that are like my wife, you're rolling your eyes.
I didn't roll my eyes.
But I bother you. Anyway, according to experts, these are experts,
Okay.
they say, according to this is NYU, real life love needs structure because once the honeymoon glade fades, in scheduled intimacy helps keep things hot, especially when life is full of diapers, deadlines, and aging parents.
Tell me
And I
about
think the
it.
aging parents is us.
We've had all of them. We're into the aging
I'm
parents
going to
now.
fix something. Hold on one second. I had this lighting done with lighting has been provided by Penny, but unfortunately, this one keeps shutting off, and I'm not sure why. That one's staying on.
It did make it brighter in here.
Oh, it's nice because it's dark out. It's rainy. It's a hump day.
Yeah, it's just the weather's been not good lately.
Okay, so here's Jackie and Seth Gibson from Dallas. They're married, have 4 kids under 6. Think about that for a second. And their love life is on fire. They mark do-it dates with tiny hearts on their calendar and even get phone reminders like, excuse me, love my wife,
5 o'clock this tonight.
Alexa blushing in the background. Jackie says the anticipation turns the whole day kind of flirty. A mood shift with major benefits is what they're saying. So schedule your sex. What do you think, Terry? So I schedule in for,
Well,
let's
you
say,
always say I
this
owe
is,
it to you whenever I, do favors for other people
it's,
or dogs.
well, it's not that, well, the dog thing. Yeah, I did say, because the dog is here all the time, but
He's not all. He hasn't been here in over a week.
well, he's here. He was here today. So
He was here
that's,
today, but he hadn't been here in like a week. Was he here last week?
I don't think he was. I don't, yeah, because,
Did we have storms last week?
yeah, I don't
Week
know.
before that,
It doesn't matter. All I'm
he
saying
got
is,
hailed on
yeah, he
couple
did.
couple weeks ago.
He did. But anyway, all I'm saying is they're saying the schedule and it makes things, but we kind of have a schedule
Yeah, we kind of do.
and it doesn't really
It's
work
just
for me, but it's,
it's just our life schedule because I
yes,
go to watch
yes,
kids on Mondays and
right.
Fridays.
So I know those days are out.
Saturday mornings
Yeah,
are pretty good
sometimes,
chance. Sometimes Wednesday evening. It just depends. You're looking at me like, no, that
it's,
doesn't happen.
who are you with on Wednesdays?
There's
Yeah.
been weeks that you've gotten it 2 or 3 times in a week.
There's been, yeah, we were on our vacation. We did pretty good because they say that's the spicy time of life.
Oh,
When
is
you're on
it?
vacation, you
And
rev
I
things
was
up. The
very
romance.
distracted while we were on
Well,
vacation
that
too.
this vacation, yes, that is very true. We were distracted. That is true.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. You sorry to me or sorry to them?
I'm sorry to you about being
You don't have to be
distracted by
sorry. I
things.
I understand why you're distracted. That's a whole story we've already talked about. But seeing you brought up Rigby, we might as well just go right into it.
Oh, you got dog
When is
stories.
it okay to lock the pets out of the bedroom
Oh,
during?
I heard you talking about that on the radio.
Oh, you did the story?
Oh, yeah, I heard that the other day. I had to stop and listen. I don't want the pets in there when I'm
Okay,
doing
should I tell the story and then
Yeah,
we can comment?
yeah.
So here's the story. I did this on my morning show on FM 7 The Drive, Live 365. Check it out. So I did this, and it's the question was put on social media: when is it okay to lock your pets out of the bedroom? So here's the question: it says, my husband, who's 32, she's 30. They've been married for 4 years. We have 2 dogs, a golden retriever and a beagle. They also have an orange tabby cat who thinks she runs the place, which cats usually do anyway.
You think?
Yeah. Anyway,
Our cat never ran.
when
But
it's
it's
time for
Tappy.
my husband and me to have some playtime in the bedroom, he's okay with leaving the door open for the dogs to kind of roam around. The cat roams around, and they would always come in and out. She says, I want them locked out
I would want him locked out
of
too.
the when they're
Especially
home.
Rigby. He licks everything. I don't want him up in my stuff licking.
He says it's mean to lock them out when we're home, and because they're just animals who don't understand what's happening. Meanwhile, she says, I
Oh,
can't focus. I know our beagle is staring at us from the doorway, or the cat decides to jump on the nightstand and then knock things over. And of course, she loses her attention, if you know what that means. She says, last night we were getting intimate, and I noticed our golden retriever sitting at the front of the bed, wagging his tail and watching. She says, I immediately lost the mood, asked the husband to put the pets in the living room. He got annoyed, said I was making a big deal. Am I being unreasonable? Should I just get over it? Or is the husband the weird one because he likes an audience, especially the dog? I've
I don't want
said,
an audience.
if you're going to have the dog, at least provide popcorn for the dog so he can have some enjoyment.
I don't want the dog in there. And I guess it would depend on the dog. You might have one that doesn't care and just rolls over and goes to sleep. But Rigby's up in your business all the time. He's trying to stick his whole tongue up your nose. So I don't want to be naked and who knows where he's licking you. And I don't want his tongue in between any of that.
So you might say, is that you or the dog?
Yeah. I'm like, no, that's gross. I'm like, I don't want him
Well,
taking.
you would know the difference. My nose isn't as cold as
Oh, I
his.
know it's cold and wet, and he's got that long silky tongue, like
How do you know it's silky?
because he wraps it around my toes. He
Ew.
tries to stick it up my nose.
I am not one for a doggy
Oh,
audience.
you would never
There's
want the
no way.
dog
I
on
don't
your
want the
face
dog in there.
licking while you're
Nah.
being intimate. I'm sure
We have tried.
he's sitting on your pillow with on your face while you're trying to be
Yeah, it's
intimate.
not happening.
It's
not
just
happening.
you know.
Especially if he's sitting on my pillow. I'm already annoyed
Yeah,
because his dirty behind is on my pillow.
right?
I want him out of the house,
I-
not in there. Because I don't need him. I mean, there's threesomes, but I don't need it with a dog.
I just
I don't want that. But anyway, so what do you think? Leave a comment. Is she okay with locking the pets? Do you
I want to
lock the pets? You let them roam around freely and you feed them while they're watching, like dinner and a show.
No thanks.
I don't think so either. I'm with you. So I think
They're pets. What do you mean they don't understand? I'm sure if you let them have
come
a
on.
girlfriend
They'll all
over,
be sitting at
they'll
the door anyway whenever you come.
Okay, that's
They'll all
true.
be right there by the door
That's
because they
true.
know you're in there.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing though.
They may whine at the door.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. They'll definitely be
Rigby
whining
would.
at the door for sure. Yeah.
So you'd have to give him a bone or a treat or something.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, Lexus and Nathan's two huskies. Seems they're so used to each other, they probably don't care if they're upstairs or downstairs. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. They
I mean, if they behave and they're sitting on the floor and they're on the floor sleeping or something, that wouldn't bother me.
right
But if they're up in your,
in business.
yeah, I don't know.
Up in your business. Up in my business.
I mean, and Rigby likes to be in your face.
Terry doesn't want her up in the business.
I don't want him up in my business.
Speaking of romanticism, a husband's gesture went wrong. They were on a cruise, and he wanted to surprise his wife
Oh, God.
with a romantic gesture.
What
I want
did
to
he
try how
do?
I want to say that. Okay, so there was a miscommunication with the staff. Okay, so Rachel Norman and her husband Johnny went out. This is in Lancashire, somewhere over in I guess, the UK. I don't know. To celebrate her birthday, and he secretly, oh, it was a hotel, not a cruise, hotel.
Okay.
He secretly asked the hotel staff to put. Now, let's put it this way: if I tell you're the staff, I say, like, I want to. First of all, I don't know why you would surprise your wife with this, but I would like you to put 30 assorted bags of chips on the bed.
On the bed.
Okay. Now, how would you take that? How would you provide that service?
How would I provide that?
Like, what would you do?
I would get mini bags of chips.
Okay, that's fine.
And put
And just put them on the
different
bed,
flavors like a barbecue.
Don't just put them on the bed,
sour
though.
cream and onion.
right?
I would just put them
The
in the
bags.
bag. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Hold on to that thought.
they stuck them in the bed.
So he wanted 30 assorted bags of chips on the bed while they were out to surprise his chip loving wife. But the staff misunderstood, opened the bag, and then they did that. Now I'm going to show them this picture.
Okay.
You'll see a picture, and the picture that pops up for you will have the bed and all the chips that are crushed on the bed. You don't have to show them because I'm going to show them a picture.
Okay.
Because it's actually going to come up on a.
That's awful.
Yeah. They
That
crushed
ruined the
they
whole movie
crushed the
because
bag of chips on the
onto
bed.
bed, and then you have to lay in it, get intimate. No, thank you.
They opened the bag, sprinkled the chips on the sheets like salty confetti. Rachel was stunned. They thought they were the kind of the victims of a strange break-in. Someone broke in and spilled our chips all over the bed. But she decided to eat them. See,
Ew.
now I wouldn't because I don't know how the staff actually put them on the bed.
Yeah, did they crunch them and just dump them,
Yeah,
or did they
what if
put
they
them
were trying to get a
in
little romantic and they were naked rolling around with the chips
on
on the
them?
bed,
Yeah,
crushing them
yeah.
as they go?
I don't know. I think I wouldn't eat them unless
He was a little mortified, but he said, they couldn't stop laughing after seeing what they did.
I probably would have laughed about it, but I mean, they ruined
But I mean, now you got to
not a
change the sheets.
greasy bedspread or sheets or whatever that's laying on. Yeah.
Rachel loves, by the way, to eat 4 bags of chips a day. Doesn't say
It
how
doesn't
big.
how
She
heavy she
spends
is.
almost $20 a week on chips.
I'm sorry, that's not healthy, Rachel. You better
Now
change your
she is
diet.
cutting down. Now she's every
I
2
just don't
days
think that's a
to
healthy
live. Well,
diet.
chips are not healthy, but I have to remember to put this picture on for you. But those of you that are listening on the audio side, it's crushed up chips all
Right
over the
on the
bed.
bed.
It's not even sexy.
No, it's not anything.
I mean, not to mention, how would you? I mean, you could have a
Now
chip.
you'd have to take that bedspread off and whisk it.
I
I
would
hope you have a
fold it up,
balcony.
right?
I hope you have a balcony or something. Where you're gonna take it to get all the little crumbs off so you can actually go to bed tonight.
Well, I think you'd have to fold it up into right,
Yeah, but if you
and
don't have a
just
balcony, what are you gonna do? Take it to the bathtub
take it down to staff.
and say,
Let them
"Hey,
deal with it because they're the ones that did it.
yeah, this is not exactly what I wanted. I wanted
What if you got?
bags
What
of
if you did?
chips."
If like that turned you on, well, you could get a chip stuck. You get hurt. You could actually get hurt like that.
You get poked,
Go to the hospital. What happened? I got
chip up my
a,
ass.
a I got a sour cream and onion chip that's stuck sideways. Can you? I
Or
wonder if
it
you
cut me. I
could you
mean,
squeeze your cheeks together
yeah, I
and
like to do the Cocoa Puff.
yeah, you pinch and blow, pinch and blow. That didn't sound right. All right, let's move on. Last one. You ready? Not last one, but last story along this line. It was just funny to me. You might not find this funny.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. A New Jersey woman was charged with running a prostitution ring out of a massage parlor. Okay, and that's not the funny part. The funny part is her name. Her name is Soon Bang. I'm not kidding. There it is. Soon Bang. So it says Soon Bang. She's 63 years old, charged with second degree money laundering, prostitution. But I just thought the name was, kind of fitting.
So it's a massage parlor, which is
Yeah,
just
but her
the
name is
front
Soon Bang, running a prostitution ring. I just thought that was. I mean,
with the
I mean, this is how you name. I mean, I'm sure they didn't think that she would be in that profession and would name her Soon Bang. If you name a kid a certain name, are we pushing them into a certain, you got to watch, I guess.
oh no, but that's probably doesn't mean that.
No, it doesn't. I know. I'm just. Okay. Now, here's one that Terry and I actually discussed yesterday, and it's about what men think their wives or girlfriends should wear and what women think is appropriate to wear. And I think we can both agree that sometimes our thoughts are a little different,
A lot
a
different.
lot different. Yeah.
You like sleazy.
I like it. I like when well, whatever. Okay.
If you buy me an outfit, you buy me a short skirt. I get varicose veins out the wazoo. I don't want to show them anymore.
If I find you sexy, it shouldn't matter.
You find that sexy?
I find you sexy.
Okay. I'm glad that you do, but
I mean, I think that's the whole point of it. Like this lady wrote in saying that they like to wear a specific. Like men think that this should be. Now I'm going to show this picture again. This will pop up on the screen. But it's a black leather, very. How would you describe
short
that?
mini skirt
Very
with
short leather,
full open back, but
open
there's
back,
no
no
bra.
bra.
It's sleazy.
It's very sexy.
It looks
And
like
she looks
she's
great in it, although you can't see her face. That's what men think
yeah.
that you should go out with. Now, what women think they should wear, that seem more
Yes.
is more of a. Can you describe it to our audio?
This
I'm going to
looks
show
like
this.
a 1930s dress.
It does. I
It's
mean,
a
it's not a
pleated
dress.
It's a pleated dress, but it is off one shoulder and it is
Yeah, see,
dressy.
I
It's
like it. It's
very
very dressy.
dressy.
Would you wear that to a wedding?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
But especially in that day and era. Yeah. I
And this
might
is
still
this is the
today.
blue.
And that one is in the same era, I think. I really like the little princess top of that. Now that shows, that's very revealing, that one.
Yeah, this is cute. And I will show both these pictures on our
Both of
YouTube
them are quite revealing.
on our YouTube
One
channel.
whole shoulder's out on
It'll
this,
pop up.
both shoulders are out in that one.
But for those of you that are listening, this is a blue. This is a gown.
I really like that one.
It is very pretty, and it's another one you could wear.
It
Now,
looks like a
is this
prom dress,
specific?
though. It really does.
It
look
does.
like a
I
prom
just going to
dress.
say, is this more
Where
of a
this one
prom,
looks like more like a wedding or
more elegant? So I'll put up 3 pictures and I'll say, men, which one do you like better? Although I like the dresses. I think they're very, very revealing. And it depends on the color. A lot of times women can wear certain colors. It all depends. But this is an outfit that I might want you to wear, while we're having our scheduled time
Oh, okay.
in 2026,
In 2026.
July of
It
2026.
gives me a whole
July
year left.
22nd. Maybe we could do it then of this year.
That is your birthday.
That is my birthday. So maybe we could
And
do
we
something.
actually are not on vacation this year on your birthday.
No, we are not.
We're on our vacation the week before the wedding.
The wedding. My son, Zach, and his fiance, they're getting married in July of this year. And so, I mean, August. See, I'm stuck on my birthday.
Because you get that thought in your mind and you got.
Oh, you mean the sex thing?
Yeah, the sex thought.
No, that's not.
Birthday and
I just said
that.
July because I thought of July. It wasn't because of the sex.
Okay. Yeah, right. You're thinking all the time, babe. I know.
I'm just mad because this light won't stay on.
Yeah, well.
That one stayed on the whole time.
Maybe we got
Lighting provided by Penny Jacobs, which she didn't pay, and she brought these to me, and there it goes. As soon as I open my big mouth, there it goes. I mean, I must be on a timer.
Maybe it is.
Is that what it is? I think they said you can run these on your phone.
Oh, that would be worth.
And this is, like I said, this is all new to me. So if it got a little darker here,
that's why.
It's because and I think I might have to do it on my phone to see how it works. It's a Bluetooth type thing. I'll figure it out. It's a last minute thing. Do we want to do one more story about, you know what? I was going to do the hair braided necktie. I was going to say that. Can we say that for the next time?
Yeah, we can.
Is that okay? And let's do this one because I think this is interesting. I think you're going to find this interesting. A dad of 5 revealed the price tag of going to Disney World for one day. Would you like to hear how much he spent? Are you ready? Okay.
The tickets and all.
Now remember, he is from Florida, so that takes a lot of some of the equation out.
Yeah.
So he's already in Florida. He lives in Florida, and he spent $1,400 to take his family of 5 to Disney World for just one day. And we have details. You want to hear the details? Yeah. All right. It says here's what a day at Disney cost me for a family of 5. He explained. He said the price of tickets, parking, the meals, the snacks, along with items at a souvenir shop. So that's all the items. Okay, here we go. Now, before embarking on this money hemorrhaging adventure, the dad shelled out $30 for an all-day parking at the attraction, which I didn't know it cost to park. So apparently it costs to park now?
It must now.
It must, yeah. Which is 20 minutes southwest of Orlando by car. So that's how far away he is, I guess.
So where he is? Shuttle or something?
I'm assuming. The cost of tickets for the 5, including a child under 10, was $974. That was just the tickets ridiculous. For the 5. For this again, is one day. Which, by the way, if the $974, you could go from New York to Rome
for $974.
For $974. Of course, that's probably just one person.
Yeah, but
Okay, the dad said he would have paid more because you have to do the lightning pass. If you want to do the
yeah,
lightning pass, that would have you skipped the regular line. In case you're wondering,
but you can only do that on a couple things.
that's true.
There's one or
3
two, 3
attractions,
attractions.
only
I said
3, and it's $35 per person. So that would have added another $35
per person.
per person. Snacks took a nice bite. They got 2 water bottles, 3 ice creams, set them back $30.
See, and that's where I used to take the pepperoni rolls and the
Right,
granola bars and stuff in my backpack.
right. A pretzel for the kids and a beer for the dad, $19. So then they went to the souvenir store, and this is where he put the kibosh. His son really wanted a $45 lightsaber, and he said no. At this point, what's another $45?
Yeah, got
You know what I
something,
mean?
yeah.
A lightsaber? Come on. But he said no. Then they went to the pizzeria, a bizarre, I don't know how you say that, pizza or bizarre. How do you say that? Pizza Zero.
Pizzo.
Anyway, it's a pizza
Pizza.
place. They got a personal size pizza, a side, and a soft drink, $45 for pizza.
For all of them.
Yeah. And they went to Star Wars Galaxy, the Edge Park, and they dropped a lot of money there. They got a Star Wars themed Coca-Cola, $6.50, a churro,
Oh,
margarita.
how much was our gravedigger?
Yeah, we went to the monster truck show, and our gravedigger was $30
$30
for slush.
for a gravedigger slush in a
Slush.
gravedigger in a keepsake cup.
I will say it was pretty good though. I like the flavor.
Yeah, but
It's not worth $30, but
$30
anyway.
for
Well, yeah, it was fun though. We'll talk about
Yeah.
that in a minute. Okay, so Coca-Cola $6.50, churro, margarita, and water $36, and then some kind of special blue milk, almost $11. Apparently, it was in one of the Star Wars episodes. I don't know what it
Okay.
was, and so that brought the total expense for just that side of the park to almost $102. So if you're looking to go to Disney, if you want to go to Disney, it's going to cost you about
over $1,000.
well, yeah, 1,500, we'll say, because if
That
you
was
get the
for, what did you
lightsaber,
say, 5 kids?
5 kids.
I just, yeah, it's ridiculous
So what would it
nowadays.
cost?
So I think that it's better. I think it's cheaper if you do the hotel and the package of hopper passes and stuff like that. It's a better deal when you go on vacation and stay there, I think, because
That's what I was
the
going to
more
ask.
days you stay, I think they give you a better package.
I was just going to ask
And
that.
then you might get lightning days on 2 or 3 different days. You may not get them.
Right,
I think it depends on the package you pick. But I think if you stay 10 days, you probably get a better package than a 7-day or 5-day.
right.
You know what I mean? You
So,
probably
so the
you
hopper
probably
pass is what? How does
your
that work?
hotel might go from $300 a night to $150 if the longer you stay. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe, I don't
you're
know.
getting more days out of almost the same money. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
all right. I got you.
If you stay longer.
Yeah, I don't
Because they
know.
know you're going to spend more money
Yeah, because you're
in the
staying in the
park.
park.
Yeah, because you're
So
in the park. So
all your
if you're
food and everything,
staying, yeah, even if your hotel has like a mini
breakfast,
breakfast, yeah, a little mini fridge and that,
right,
so you can go to the store and buy lunch, and you're still going to eat out more, and you're going to
right.
snack out more if you're at the park for 10 days. So they probably give you a better
They
package for
probably
10
do.
days.
Yeah,
Be looking into that in a few years.
we will when the kids get a little bit older. We went to the monster truck show at AccuSure Stadium, and it was fun though. We had a good time.
Yeah.
The boys had a blast. We got there too early. Fen wanted to see Zombie right now.
Nap.
Beckett laughed
Nap.
twice while the show was going on. That loud noise. He's over there
Right on my lap.
right on her lap. But he was after when he woke up the second time. Then he was watching,
pointing.
really
He was
watching the
pointing.
trucks
He was pointing.
and having a good time. So we got to see
And
Zombie.
when he woke up the first time, he had missed the first couple of
Yeah.
signature lines and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
And
He fell asleep.
Then whenever we have the pictures on my phone of him touching Zombie's teeth, and And
Do you
Beckett
have the
says,
picture? Send it
yeah.
to me and I'll put it on.
And Beckett says, or Fenn says, he did not touch it. And I got my phone out, showed him. He goes, Beckett, you got to touch Zombie's teeth. And he goes, yeah, I did. Yeah.
And we got to see that. The only thing we missed was El Toro Loco. They shut it down before we didn't get to go sign.
I don't think it had a signature.
Oh, you don't? They
No,
had
I think it
they
was
had
there.
those things.
They used it to put together to show you how to put together the
Oh, it
front.
wasn't an actual
And
driver.
I don't think there was an actual driver out there to sign on it, but you
Okay.
could take pictures in front of it and stuff. And then yeah, we didn't get through all the lines in what, 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was from
But
12:30
then
to
again, then we
3, but
stopped to eat.
we stopped to eat. And first time I've been at AccuSure Stadium. It's pretty neat. I would have liked to seen some of the football stuff, but we weren't there for football. We were there for monster trucks. So anyway, we had a good time. Kids had a blast, and that's all that really matters. Would you do it again?
Yeah, I probably would. Just because it's my grandkids
Yeah, I know. That's probably true.
being into what they're
They're
into.
really into it. They love it. They know all the trucks. They know them all. Amazing. So
Although they've been to quite a few dinosaur conventions and we haven't gone with them for that.
no,
But they say there's a lot of lines and a lot of people for that too. I mean, there was a lot of lines because we had the pit passes for
yeah, but it
and
went pretty quick to get
yeah, it
through. It
did.
wasn't bad,
Yeah.
and he did really well for a four. Going to be a four. Well, after this show, he'll already be four. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we're gonna celebrate a birthday here, and we got a lot going on this
Yep.
next couple weeks. So
Yep.
coming up, our
Open
next
summer's
show,
coming.
we're gonna visit Pakistan.
Yes.
We're gonna do a Pakistan snacks. We got them in the mail, and they look very interesting.
Yeah.
When you say that,
Yeah. There's a lot of candy in this one, but like sour stuff. And I thought
right?
I saw something sour.
Very
Is it
sour.
sour?
Some other stuff hidden in other like
Yeah.
jellies and stuff. Anyway, so that's coming up next week. So thanks so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook or X at Just Talking Out Loud. Every Monday we have a new episode. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and
Share. Yeah.
yeah, thanks so much. And don't forget the like button,
Subscribe.
which is going to be right. Where do you want the like button to
Subscribe.
be? You point, and that's where I'll put it. Right there?
And I want it down for
Right there.
right
Wherever she says, that's where the like button.
here.
Yeah, hit
The
it
like, the subscribe,
and
and
share.
share.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching and listening. We really appreciate it. We're out.
Have a great week.